रोशनी रोशनी उम्मीद है तामीर दाए रोशनी उम्मीद है
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and good morning everyone. Today we are going to learn about unicellular and multicellular organisms and tissue. Unicellular and multicellular organisms. First of all, let me define these two terms. First one is unicellular organisms. Unicellular organisms are those organisms consisting of only one cell are called unicellular organisms. We can also call it single cell organism are called unicellular organisms, such as the paramecium, amoeba and chlamydomonas. These three are the examples of unicellular organisms because their body contain only one cell. Second one is multicellular organisms. Multi means many. On the other hand, organisms having many different types of cells are called multicellular organisms, such as rats, elephants, plants and humans, etc. These are the complex organisms and contain many cells. That's why these organisms are included in multicellular organisms that contain many cells. As the number of cells increases, so their complexity also increases. That's why we can also call these organisms as complex organisms. Tissues. Tissue means the collection or the gathering of cells, or we can also call it as union of cells. Dear students, have you ever thought that how our cells work together to make us move, to make us unable to digest food or to transport different materials in the whole body? In multicellular organisms, many smaller cells, many minute cells gather or collect to perform a special task, to perform a specific function. This group of similar cells, whenever they combine, whenever they gather, so it is called as tissue. For example, blood is a type of tissue that carries oxygen or that transport oxygen and transports it to the whole body. There are many different tissues in an organism that help them to survive. Let's discuss them. First one is plant tissues. Plant tissues have epidermal tissue, vascular tissue and mesophyll tissue. The first one, epidermal tissue. Epi means above and derma means skin. So, epidermal tissue is a tissue of single layer of cells that covers the outer surface of the root, stem and leaves in a plant. So it is called epidermal tissue. It provides protection to the internal parts of the plant, or we can also say that its function is to protect the internal parts of the plant. Second one is vascular tissue. Vascular tissue is a tissue which is used for the transportation of water, minerals and nutrients to the different parts of a body. Vascular tissue has two types of tissue bundles. We can also call these tissue bundles as vascular bundles. First one is xylem and second one is phloem. Xylem used for the transport of water and minerals, and phloem is used for the transport of nutrients. Xylem transport water and absorb these water or mineral substance from the soil and absorbed by root and then transport it to upper part of the plants. While in leaves, whenever the food prepared, so this prepared food is transported by phloem to all parts of the plant. Third and last type of plant tissue is mesophyll tissue. This tissue is present between the lower and upper epidermis of the leaf. It is formed from the union of two types of cells. means mesophyll tissue is formed from the union of two types of cells. One is spongy and the second one is palisade cells. Palisade cells are those cells which is surrounded by a wall in order to stop or block the entrance or exit of some fluids or substance. This mesophyll tissue is involved in the synthesis or in the manufacturing of food for the cell. Now second type of tissue is animal tissues. Animal tissues have epithelial tissue, nervous tissue, connective tissue and muscle tissue. First one is epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue is a thin sheet of similar cells, related cells that outlines means that describe different delicate structure of the body. Delicate mean nazuk ya barik. It is also the outer layer of many body parts. Epithelial tissue provides protection to all body parts and it is also involved in the transport of different materials inside and outside of the body. It means that its function as protection and transportation of materials. Second one is nervous tissue. Nervous tissue is a group of cells that connects our body to the nervous system. It means that it makes a connection between body and our nervous system. This nervous tissue consists of cells which is responsible for delivering messages from the brain to different parts of the body and back to the brain. Third is connective tissue. From the term, it indicates that it connects different parts of the body. Different types of connective tissue perform different functions. For example, bone and cartilage tissues, it have connective tissue and they provide support to the body. Blood tissue which transport nutrients and also waste products, etc. Last one is muscle tissue. Muscle tissue involved in the movement of different body parts such as arms, such as legs. There are three different types of muscle tissues. One is skeletal tissue, cardiac tissue. Cardiac is the scientific name of heart, and smooth tissue. So it was all about tissues and then its types, plant tissues and animal tissues, and further types of plant and animal tissues. Dear students, learn the definitions of the following terms. First one is cell, tissue, organ system and organism. And also write it on your rough notebook, neat and clean. Stay safe, stay blessed. Best of luck, take care and Khuda Hafiz.